This Buildipedia original production is brought to you by LP Building Products.
Tips for installing engineered wood siding coming up next on the At Home channel at Buildipedia.com. The siding on an older home will only last so long, but what do you do when it's time to replace it? Now, you could hire a professional, of course, but that'll cost thousands of dollars. Hi there, I'm Jeff Wilson. This time I'm going to show you how to install engineered wood siding. We're going to talk about how engineered wood siding compares with other siding materials and show how to install trim and siding. I'll even show you a trick that'll let you install your siding alone without a partner. Now, the most common siding choices these days are vinyl, fiber cement, and wood, and engineered wood. Now, I chose engineered wood because it's lighter and easier to work with than fiber cement, but it looks like real wood. It cuts with standard woodworking tools without the dangerous silica dust that you get from fiber cement. Now, this particular engineered wood siding is made from small diameter, rapidly regenerating trees, which are certified sustainably harvested. It's made with safe resins and treated with zinc borate, which is an environmentally safe treatment against insects and rot. And finally, it has a resin-impregnated coating and primer that gives it a 50-year warranty. It also comes in 16-foot lengths, so I'll have fewer seams.
A good siding project starts with the trim work. Like the siding, the trim I'm using is engineered wood. For the windows and doors, I'm using 3-inch trim with a 4-inch wide piece for the header. On the outside corners and along the gable roof, I'm using the 6-inch wide profile. And for the inside corner, I've ripped a 2x2, allowing the siding to butt square into the trim.
Okay, I've got a couple of pieces of trim here to finish up on the outside corner. Like I said before, this stuff cuts with regular woodworking tools, so I'm just going to cut it to length on my chop saw. I'm using a pneumatic siding nailer and stainless steel siding nails to install the trim. Now, you could also use a hammer and any corrosion-resistant fastener. I like to use a ring shank type of nail to be sure that they stay in over time. Now, you want the nails to end up flush with the surface of the trim. If they don't go in far enough, hand nail them flush. Okay, I'm ready for siding here. I'm going to start with a 1-inch starter strip along the bottom of what will become my first course. I'll install the starter strip and then I'll put the first course on. And the starter strip just holds the bottom of the first course out away from the wall. Now, I've just ripped the starter strip from a piece of my siding. I'm using 8-inch wide siding with a 1-inch overlap, which will give me a 7-inch reveal. When I install the first course, I want to make sure that it's level and properly spaced from whatever's below it. In this case, it's a wood deck, so my clearance should be about 1 inch according to the manufacturer's directions. I'll cut the siding so that I have a 3/16 inch gap at butt ends or against trim pieces. We'll come back and caulk this gap later with a high-quality caulk. Now, I've marked the studs onto the house wrap, and I'm going to use one fastener about every 16 inches where the studs are. Okay, here's where things get interesting. Usually, you'll work with a partner on a siding project, one person at each end of the siding board. In that case, you'll use a siding gauge like this one to evenly space each course to leave the 7-inch reveal. I made this one out of a piece of scrap plywood, and it works like this. Problem is, I need to be able to install this siding myself, so I found these gizmos. These allow me to position the piece of siding relative to the piece below it and install the fasteners hands-free. They're real time and labor savers, and they basically let me work on the siding whenever I have a few minutes instead of having to wait for help. Check this out. Once you get started, it goes quickly. Even though I'm using these handy gauges, I still want to check my courses for level every 3rd or 4th course, just in case. The last step is to caulk all the gaps with a high-quality caulk and then paint with a premium durable paint per the siding manufacturer's instructions. Installing engineered wood siding is a doable do-it-yourself project with the right tools and a little bit of advice. Not only are you giving your home a new durable skin, but you're giving your home curb appeal that will last and last. I'm Jeff Wilson. Thanks for joining us, and come back often to the At Home channel at Buildipedia.com.